Hi guys, it's me, Samira, back here with another tutorial. So today we're going to be working on brush strokes like you see in the video here. We're going to actually start from scratch. So the first thing that you're going to look at is the stroke pattern that you want to go with. So here's like a charcoal type stroke. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the website that you can go to download the textures. Now, if you have the Photoshop software, it does already have some brush swatches already preloaded into the software. But of course, there is a website where they have some that are free, and it's called brusheasy.com. Now, I do have a lot that are already loaded on my computer, so let's go to one that I may not have already. So this is a spray paint one. They have graffiti, I mean just all type of brush strokes, and then charcoal, and it gives you a lot of different options. And then if, say for instance, you want to do like an explosion, we're going to go ahead and download that one because I don't have that one on my computer either. And of course you have to wait for it to download. You can create a account, and it'll give you the ability to download these as well. And let's just wait for that to download. All right, so that's done. And then of course you can go back, and when you put in Photoshop brushes, it's going to pull up, unlimited designs that you can download. Literally unlimited. So let's go ahead and pull that up, and you're going to have to extract it, and then it's going to pull up and you extract it. So you can go ahead and download that, and once you extract it, it's going to be an ABR file that you can load into your Photoshop. Cross out of that, and we're going to minimize that. So let's go into Photoshop, and this is just here. So this is something like what we're going to create with the texture inside of it. And I'm sure you've seen these before, and you're probably wondering, how in the world did these people make those? Because I know at one point I was like, wow, those are so nice, and I was buying so many from Etsy. But you can definitely make them yourself if you put in the time to just practice on the software. So let's go into File and click on New, and you can mess with your dimensions here, which we can just do 3800 pixels by 3800, and go into your background contents and make sure that it's transparent. I mean, it could be white or any color you want it to be, but it's better off being transparent so that you don't have to go and remove the background once you save the PNG file. So we're going to go ahead and create that. And as you can see, this is a new one here. So here's our first layer. You really don't have to add a new layer, but you can just for your texture. So it's new layer, and then texture. Let's do okay. So what we're going to do is with the brushes, this is our brush tool here. Click on that one. Now we're going to go right here where it's showing the size. It's showing that it's at 369, and then right here we'll pull up all of your brush strokes and what's been downloaded. And as you can see, I have a lot that are already downloaded, and these are just a lot the general brushes that comes with the software. So what we're going to do in order to let's say that we wanted to go ahead and download the one that import the one that we just downloaded. So click on this here, which is the settings tool, and it says import brushes. Go ahead and click that, and it should be in your downloads folder because you just downloaded and extracted it. Explosion Photoshop brushes. Click on that, and then you're going to load your ABR file. Load that in. Now, and as you can see down here, we have, voila, a lot of explosions. So of course it's labeled 1, 2, just something where you really won't even be able to know what it looks like. But check this out. Click on 1, and it's going to show you here what it is once you toggle over to the actual, to your layer. So 3, just all type of stuff. And you can just use any one that you're trying to go with, which that's a cool one. 12. And after you use so many of them, you'll be like, oh, okay, I want to use explosion 1 or 2, just whichever way. You need, I don't. Okay, so I have one here called graffiti, and this is pretty cool. It just shows you all type of graffiti swatches that you can use with brush strokes. But one that I'm going to use tonight is going to be from the charcoal tab. So there's one that way, up and down, and four is usually what you'll see a lot um, when you're buying strokes. So our color here is on green, but I want to do like a lime green just because my favorite color is lime green. So we're still on the stroke here, and it's at 2500 just to get it at a big size. So check this out. Go ahead and swatch it. And of course you can put it at whatever opacity you want it on, and you can put whatever size and the hardness of it. So we went ahead and did that, and of course that is way too big. So let's just put that back to 2500, and you see that that's just like that. Say we wanted to layer it to like that or make it even bigger, you can just play around with it. And that is, you just change the colors of it. So here's the move swap. And if you wanted to move it around, just go to your move tool, move it to wherever you want to move it. And if you wanted to just play around with it with different like bevel and emboss color overlay, you can do that. And then your tab will pull up, and you'll be able to change the color to whatever you wanted to change it to. And you see it's on screen right now. You could go to lighten, or you could just go to normal, and it'll just give you that normal color of whatever you wanted it to be. Now say you wanted to do like a gradient overlay, you could take the color overlay off and click over here to your left side, and you can make a gradient overlay, and it'll just give you all type of options. And just like we added those brush strokes, you can download gradients for free from online as well, and you can just play around with it like that. Now that's one way to add a different texture to it, if you wanted to do that with the gradient. And then of course they have preloaded patterns, which they're just basic. So there's like trees and just whatever, grass, or even like water or something like that. And then of course you could play around with it. But what we're going to do is we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to keep it to green. So what I wanted to show you guys also was the texture being added into it, just very briefly. So right now let's just add a plaid to it. So we're going to throw that in there. And what I did was I went straight to my download folder, and I just slid it in, because you really could pull it in like a smart object and do it like that, but I just rather do it like this, slide it in, which is pretty cool. And of course you can resize it, and then press the check mark up here just to confirm it, and you see it's a lot clearer. So now what we're going to do is, because this is over the texture, we're going to create a clipping mask. You right click the plaid, create clipping mask, and boom, you're in there. And of course it can be a whole lot clearer than that, and you can just play around with it just so that it could give it a more full look. And it's only looking a little raspy through it just because I didn't make it as full as I wanted to. But of course you can make it a whole lot clearer than that. As far as like the little pieces you see through here, that's like a little shaded. So we can do that. And then say you wanted to just add like a random sparkle or something to it, you can go on there. And I think I have a few sparkles that are already loaded on my computer. So whatever's here, I'm just going to use that really quickly, just because this is a brief video. So let's just throw like these little rhinestone things in there. And then of course you can turn them, change them, do whatever you want. And do that. And then I think I have a Grinch file. I'm just going to add something very random in, and it's not even going to matter if it matches or not, because I'm really just trying to show you guys something. Okay, so this one, we could just throw that Grinch in there on that. And then boom, you have your design. And now that the Grinch is in there, that sparkle's kind of ugly, so you could just delete it. And if you wanted to adjust the size of the Grinch, you just press Control T on your keyboard, sorry, on your keyboard. And it lets you make it bigger or smaller. And I mean, that's just pretty much it. And flat isn't the only one that you can use. You can just really play around with it. And then, so say we're done with that, go ahead and go to your layer panel, click on new layer, and then put texture 2. And that just makes much of a difference, because you can go into your brush tool again, and you see that it's still on that one. Let's say we wanted to work with something else. And it's just, like I said, it's a lot of different ones that you can choose from. Let's say we wanted to put some spray paint drop-ins on him or around him. You see that? That looks good. Okay. You can just add it. It's just a lot of different ones. And this is our spray paint ones. And of course you can find those on the same website, Brush Easy, which I will leave that in the comments as well. It's just random sprays. And this one is a spray paint, which I love this tool because I love just little random spray paints. Look at that. Okay. And let's just make it a little bit smaller so that it won't be overlapping on him, because what we're going to do is we're just going to post it to him. So let's make it like a solid 2,000 just to see how big. It's still a little big. So let's just do like 1,500 and just post it there. You see it's green, a random little green. And if you want to change the green on it, you can press your move tool, click in, hold on, where is it at? And those two are going to change because this is your texture 2, which is what you just added. So you could click the FX right here by the bottom, click on color overlay. And then, of course, your tool is going to pop up and it's on screen. So be sure to change it to normal so they can give you that full bright, I can't even think of it. Sorry, give you the full bright color that you're looking for. So let's say you want to go with the lime green. We're just going to do it just like that, which he adds a little bit more to the Grinch. And so that's pretty much it. And I just wanted to do a brief video just to show you guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the video.